Hey kids, what time is it?
Hey, it's Edson with GeekTime TV, and there's a new comic book publisher, DSTLRY, making its debut this year. It's pronounced Distillery. Uh, this comes from ScreenRant.com. Cosmicology executives Chip Mosher and David Steinberger are launching Distillery, a new publisher that seeks to give creators more rights in the industry. Here's the logo for Distillery here. A new comic book company, Distillery, is coming soon, and it has already netted top-tier creators with potential to change the face of the industry. The new company, founded by a former cosmicology executive, seeks to challenge the existing models of publication and compensation by giving creators a stake in the company. With no launch date has been announced, more on that a little bit later. A bevy of top creators, including Scott Snyder, Ram V, Joel Jones, James Tynion IV, and many more have been announced. So they're going to um, they're getting a bunch of top comic creators on the initial launch of it, giving them a stake in the company so that they can come in and do creator owned stories just for this comic book publisher. Really smart idea. Obviously, the creators are going to keep the rights to their own IPs, and on top of that, um, get get profits from the actual sales of the comic books. But then, in addition to that, they're actually going to have a stake in the company. So that's a really good plan to attract some of these top comic creators. As reported by New York Times, Distillery will launch at a later date, with more information coming throughout the year. Distillery, founded by David Scheinberger and Chip Mosher, is unique in that its quote founding creators each hold an equity in the company. Furthermore, per the New York Times, the company has set aside an additional 3% of the company's equity to be distributed among creators who publish with Distillery in the publisher's first 3 years. A comic book publisher is only as good as the creators working for it, and Distillery has this in spades. Major comic book names like Brian Azzarello, Becky Cloonan, Jock, Tula Lotay, Stephanie Phillips, James McKelvey, and Junko Mizuno have all thrown in their lot in the company. So, again, they're giving a stake of the company for each of these creators that are joining right at the launch of it. In addition to that, they're putting aside 3% of an additional 3% of the company for um, any creators that come afterwards and start and produce comic books in the first 3 years of the company. This is a really attractive model to try to get these big big comic book creators, especially now when there's a weakness, as we've spoken about many times. There's a weakness in the mainstream industry, especially from Marvel and DC. This is a perfect time to do something like this, attract all the top comic book creators for this new company when they see that Marvel and DC comics aren't doing very well. Here's the comment. Distillery is the brainchild of former cosmicology executives Chip Mosher and David Steinberger. Steinberger helped create the service, and Mosher served as head of content. So they were the people behind cosmicology. Now, I'm going to admit, I have not read digital, maybe a couple of pages, but I'm not into the digital format of comic books. That being said, I know there is a demand for it out there. There are people who actually prefer it in the digital format over the books, and cosmicology was doing very well. So they were so the model was attracting quite a lot of interest. I believe what happened is that Amazon bought them out, and then once that happened, uh, the the way uh, the way the cosmicology executives were running it didn't really go along with what Amazon wanted to do, and then they left after that. But now it looks like they're coming back and creating a company that's actually going to be a very good competitor to that, because what they're doing here with Distillery is that they're going to offer a digital content in addition to books, just maximizing as many customers as possible. Both left cosmecology in 2022, and now they have returned with an ambitious new publishing company, one seeking to upend how creators are compensated. This has been a thorny issue in comics since at least the 1970s, when creators such as Neil Adams began lobbying for creator rights, including better pay, benefits, as well as a stake in the characters they created. This concept took a massive step forward in 1992 with the arrival of Image Comics. The company was created by former Marvel artists disgruntled over their treatment by the publisher. Image proved groundbreaking, helping inspire other companies to take chances on creator-owned titles. And now Distillery has arrived to take this a step further. So the void that's been the void that's been created by the weakness in Marvel and DC has obviously attracted a lot more creator owned comic books, and Distillery is just the latest in the comic book publisher to take advantage of this. Out of the gate, Distillery has already begun innovating, making the founding creators part owners in the company is a stroke of genius. Distillery has attracted not only top creators, but also financing partners such as Kodansha USA, as well as film producer Lorenzo de Bonventura. Bonventura praised Distillery's model, quoted as calling it an invigorating environment which will foster great storytelling. Indeed, no other publisher has attempted such a business model, and if Distillery is successful, it stands to completely revolutionize the industry. While many have tried to achieve this kind of change before, Distillery has already distinguished itself with a who's who's of top creators, all of whom will be part owners of the company. While time will tell if Distillery's business model works, it represents a potential leap forward for creator rights. Distillery is looking to change the comic books industry, and it has enlisted top talent to help. Now, since this came out, there's already been an announcement of the first comic that they're debuting with the publisher. It's called Devil's Cut. It's an anthology series. Uh, and it's going to be about I believe it's like 80 something pages, and it will have short stories of their initial creators that are jumping on uh, to Distillery, and on top of that, it will also serve as kind of like an introduction to their first few titles, because then soon after this, probably early 2024, they're going to have regular comic book titles, uh, some of which is going to come out of these short stories from their debut comic called The Devil's Cut. Let's see. Last year, Devil's Cut is a first release from Distillery and is a collection of standalone one-shots that are expected to launch a new series for the publisher over the next year. In the meantime, Distillery has released 7 new exclusive covers for The Devil's Cut. So they got Scott Snyder, Joel Jones here. Oh, the Devil's Cut #1 officially drops on August 30th. Again, still have a few weeks to go to your local comic shop to get this, because I don't think they're going to reprint this one. I mean, they will do reprints, but I think that once they have the initial run of the first printing, that will be uh, most likely a good collector's item, considering it's the first product from this new publisher. Each of the retailer exclusive variant covers from Distillery's founding creators and friends can be found below. Here's some images from variant covers for Devil's Cut. Devil's Cut will feature 72 oversized pages. I believe it's going to be actually more than 72. I believe it's 80 something pages. But on premium paper, compiling a collection of one shots. Also worth noting that some stories in this compilation potentially tease future continuations that may be followed up in their own series. The Devil's Cut boasts a bevy of unfiltered stories from some of the industry's most proficient creators, such as James Tynion IV, Jacques, Becky Cloonan, Brian Azzarello, Ram V, Stephanie Phillips. They got quite a lot of great creators starting with this company. Each cover teases its own distinctive tone and possibly even its own individual genre. There's a hint of action, horror, sci-fi, and similar offerings. The Devil's Cut has already received rave reviews from the likes of CBR in the months of waiting its official release. No one can deny Distillery is starting things off with a bang. The variant covers boast an impressive array of dazzling pieces dazzling art pieces that are bound to illuminate the confines of its pages as well. So August 30th, the official release of Devil's Cut. Although recently, I believe they might have had a version of this during the San Diego Comic-Con recently. But August 30th is the official release of this Devil's Cut with all of the not all of them, but some of the distillery comic book creators that are launching this new publisher. So we're going to see. It certainly looks like they're doing the right things. They're having both digital and book form, and they've already attracted quite a few of the good comic book creators. It'll be interesting to see in the next year or so, or years to come, how many more they'll attract because of this business model of offering some part of the stake in the company, as well as I believe the creators are going to keep ownership of their own creator-owned characters and stories as well. So I'm excited about this, especially with that business model. And even though, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be doing too much with digital media, I'll certainly be looking forward to this the comics coming out of this publisher and seeing how that goes. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comments about this new comic publisher and what they're trying to do here. Certainly looks like to be the right model to give more rights to the comic book publishers, comic book creators, I mean. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching GeekTime TV. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, make sure to check the little bell icon anytime someone from our network drops new content here. Want some GeekTime swag? Check out the merchandise available in the GeekTime TV store, linked in the channel description below. Share GeekTime TV with friends, and as always, thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.